Have you ever noticed how some people seem to change their entire lives overnight? They go from struggling to thriving, from confusion to clarity, from victim to victor. How does that happen? I'll tell you the secret. It starts with a decision. Not a preference, not a wish, not a hope, a genuine decision. The word decision comes from Latin, meaning to cut off. When you truly decide, you cut off all other possibilities. There's no plan B, there's no safety net, there's just your commitment to a new direction. Most people never make these kinds of decisions. They say, I'd like to be successful, but they don't decide success is the only acceptable outcome. They say, I hope to improve my finances, but they don't decide financial freedom is non-negotiable. They say, I should probably get in shape, but they don't decide that vibrant health is essential to their future. But those who do decide, truly decide, they're the ones who transform. They're the ones who make quantum leaps. They're the ones who look back months or years later and can pinpoint the exact moment everything changed. Today could be that moment for you. Today could be the day you decide that the next 21 days will set the foundation for the rest of your life. Why 21 days? You might be wondering why 21 days, and that's a good question. For years we've heard that it takes 21 days to form a habit. Now, modern research suggests it's a bit more complex than that. Some habits might take longer, some might take less time, but there's something powerful about committing to 3 weeks of focused effort. 21 days is long enough to see real results, but short enough to maintain intense focus. It's long enough to push through initial resistance, but short enough to see the finish line from the start. It's long enough to create momentum, but short enough to avoid overwhelm. Most importantly, 21 days of the right actions, performed consistently and with proper intensity, can create changes so significant that going back to your old ways becomes unthinkable. Think about it, 21 days from now, you could be a different person. Not completely transformed. Perhaps true mastery takes years, but decidedly on a new path with new habits, new mindsets, and new possibilities. The philosophy of life design. Now, before I outline this 21-day plan, I want to share something fundamental. Success isn't accidental, it's architectural. You must design the life you want. Most people spend more time planning a one-week vacation than designing their entire lives. Is it any wonder they end up somewhere they never intended to go? Remember this, if you don't design your own life plan, chances are you'll fall into someone else's plan. And guess what they have planned for you? Not much. So, let's be architects, not victims. Let's be creators, not consumers. Let's design these 21 days with intention and purpose. And here's the philosophy that will guide us. You don't get better by chance, you get better by change. Specific, intentional, consistent change. The 5 pillars of the 21-day success plan. Our 21-day success plan is built around 5 fundamental pillars. First, mindset transformation, because everything starts in the mind before it manifests in reality. Second, goal setting and strategic planning, because a goal without a plan is just a wish. Third, daily disciplines, because success is not a single event, it's a habit. Fourth, environmental design, because you can't soar with eagles if you're scratching with turkeys. Fifth, accountability measurement, because what gets measured gets improved. Each of these pillars will support your journey over the next 21 days, creating a foundation so strong that success becomes not just possible but inevitable. Pillar 1, mindset transformation. Let's start with mindset. Your mind is the most powerful force in your personal universe. It can be your greatest asset or your most significant liability. Over the next 21 days, we're going to ensure it's working for you, not against you. Day 1 is all about awareness. Today, I want you to become a student of your own thoughts. Notice the patterns. Notice how you talk to yourself. Notice the assumptions you make about what's possible for you. Don't judge, just observe. I call this standing guard at the door of your mind. Most people let any thought enter doubts, fears, limitations, excuses. But starting today, you're going to become more selective. Day 2 is about elimination. Now that you're aware of your thought patterns, it's time to eliminate the negative ones. Identify the 3 most limiting beliefs you hold about yourself or your potential. Write them down. Then, next to each one, write a new, empowering belief that will replace it. For example, if you've been thinking, I'm not good with money, replace it with, I'm learning to master my finances and I make better financial decisions each day. Day 3 is about installation. Today you'll begin installing these new, empowering beliefs. Read them aloud first thing in the morning and last thing at night with emotion and conviction. Feel them becoming your new truth. And remember, repetition is the mother of skill. What you repeat, you believe. What you believe, you act upon. What you act upon creates your life. Days 4 to 7 are about reinforcement. Each day, find evidence that supports your new beliefs. It doesn't matter how small. Perhaps you made one good financial decision. Perhaps you took one step toward your goals. Celebrate that evidence and let it strengthen your conviction. By the end of this first week, you'll have begun a profound shift in how you think about yourself and your possibilities. And that shift alone can change everything. Pillar 2, goal setting and strategic planning. Now, with your mindset beginning to shift, it's time to get crystal clear on where you're going and how you'll get there. Day 8 is about vision. Today, I want you to create a compelling vision for your life. Not just vague ideas, but specific images of what you want to create in each important area: health, relationships, career, finances, personal growth, and contribution. Write it down in vivid detail. Use the present tense as if it's already happening. Make it so real that you can see it, feel it, taste it. This vision will be your North Star for the next 21 days and beyond. Day 9 is about goals. Take your vision and break it down into specific, measurable goals for the next 90 days. Not 20 goals, that's a recipe for distraction. Choose 3 to 5 that will move you significantly toward your vision. Remember, the purpose of goals is not just to get stuff. The real purpose of goals is what they make of you as you pursue them. Set goals that will require you to grow, to become more, to tap into your potential. Day 10 is about strategy. For each goal, create a simple, clear strategy. Identify the critical moves, the 2 or 3 actions that will create the most progress. Don't overcomplicate this. Some of the most powerful strategies are also the simplest. Day 11 is about implementation planning. Take your strategies and break them down into weekly and daily actions. Be specific about what you'll do and when you'll do it. Remember, what gets scheduled gets done. This is where most people fail. They have dreams, even goals, but no clear plan for implementation. That ends today. Your implementation plan is your bridge from where you are to where you want to be. Pillar 3, daily disciplines. With your mindset shifting and your plan in place, it's time to focus on daily disciplines, the small actions that, performed consistently, create massive results over time. Day 12 is about morning rituals. Design a morning routine that prepares you for success. It might include physical activity, reading, journaling, meditation, or reviewing your goals. The specific activities matter less than the fact that you're taking control of the first hour of your day. Remember, if you win the morning, you win the day. And if you win enough days, you win in life. Day 13 is about energy management. Today, assess how you're using your physical, mental, and emotional energy. Identify activities and people that drain you. Identify those that energize you. Then, create a plan to minimize the drainers and maximize the energizers. Success requires energy. Without it, even the best plans falter. Guard your energy like the precious resource it is. Day 14 is about time blocking. Today, design your ideal week. Block time for your most important activities, not just work tasks, but also relationships, health, and personal growth. This isn't about rigid scheduling. It's about ensuring your priorities get the time and attention they deserve. Remember, you can't manage time. You can only manage yourself. And the best way to do that is to decide in advance how you'll use your hours and days. Day 15 is about eliminating distractions. Identify the top 3 distractions that steal your time and focus. Then create specific strategies to eliminate or minimize each one. This might mean turning off notifications, scheduling specific times to check email or social media, or having difficult conversations with people who don't respect your boundaries. Whatever it takes, commit to creating an environment that supports your focus rather than undermining it. Pillar 4, environmental design. Speaking of your environment, that's our 4th pillar. Your environment, physical, social, and informational, either supports your success or sabotages it. Over the next few days, we'll optimize each aspect. Day 16 is about physical environment. Today, reorganize your primary spaces: home, office, car to support your goals. Remove clutter. Position visual reminders of your vision and goals where you'll see them daily. Make your environment a constant reinforcement of what matters most. Remember, your space reflects your inner state and influences your daily choices. A cluttered space creates a cluttered mind. A purposeful space creates a purposeful mind. Day 17 is about social environment. Evaluate your 5 closest relationships. Are these people elevating you or dragging you down? Are they supportive of your growth or threatened by it? Are they pushing you toward excellence or comforting you in mediocrity? Make the difficult decisions necessary to surround yourself with people who reflect what you aspire to become. You cannot soar with the eagles if you continue to scratch with the turkeys. Day 18 is about informational environment. Audit what's entering your mind daily, the books, podcasts, news, social media, conversations. Eliminate sources of negativity, limitation, and distraction. Replace them with sources of wisdom, inspiration, and relevant knowledge. Remember, garbage in, garbage out. Quality in, quality out. Your mind is constantly being programmed by the information you consume. Take control of that programming. Pillar 5, accountability and measurement. Our final pillar focuses on accountability and measurement because what gets measured gets improved, and what gets shared gets done. Day 19 is about establishing accountability. Today, share your goals and plans with someone who believes in you but won't let you off the hook. This could be a friend, family member, coach, or mentor. Schedule regular check-ins for the coming months. The simple act of declaring your intentions to another person can increase your commitment. And knowing you'll have to report on your progress adds a powerful incentive to follow through. Day 20 is about measurement systems. Create simple ways to track your progress on each goal and daily discipline. This could be a journal app, spreadsheet, or checklist. The format doesn't matter as much as the consistency of use. Remember, you can't improve what you don't measure. Tracking allows you to see patterns, make adjustments, and celebrate progress, all essential elements of sustained success. Day 21 is about review and recalibration. Today, review the past 3 weeks. What worked well? What didn't? What adjustments do you need to make to your goals, strategies, or daily disciplines? Then, plan your next 21 days, building on what you've learned and accomplished. This cycle of action, review, and refinement is how small efforts compound into remarkable results. The compound effect of your 21-day plan. Now, let me tell you why this 21-day plan is so powerful. It's not because of any single element. It's because of how they work together to create what I call the compound effect. The compound effect is the principle of reaping huge rewards from a series of small, consistent actions. Just as money multiplies through compound interest, so do the results of your daily habits multiply over time. Small, smart choices, consistency, time, radical difference. Think about this. If you improve just 1% each day for a year, you'll end up 37 times better by the end. Not 365% better, 3,700% better. That's the power of compounding. But it works in both directions. Small, poor choices, consistency, time, disaster. The difference between success and failure, between an extraordinary life and an ordinary one, often comes down to the seemingly insignificant decisions we make, everyday decisions about what to focus on, what to eliminate, what to improve. These 21 days are about establishing the right decisions as automatic habits. They're about setting in motion forces that will compound positively throughout your life. Overcoming the 3 enemies of your success plan. Now, let me warn you about the 3 enemies you'll face as you implement this plan. The first enemy is doubt. As you embark on this journey, a voice inside will whisper, "This won't work for you. You've tried before and failed. You're different. Your circumstances are different." This voice lies. The principles of success are universal. They work for anyone who works them. The second enemy is impatience. We live in an instant gratification society, but meaningful change takes time. There will be days when you feel like nothing is happening, when progress seems imperceptible. During these times, trust the process. Water the roots, even when you can't yet see the fruit. The third enemy is inconsistency. Most people fail not because they choose the wrong path, but because they leave the right path before it delivers results. They start strong but fade quickly. They're caught in the cycle of enthusiasm followed by disappointment, never giving any approach enough time to work. Your commitment to these 21 days must be non-negotiable. No matter what, whether you feel like it or not, whether it's convenient or not, whether you see immediate results or not, you follow through. The deeper meaning of your 21-day journey. Let me share something important about these 21 days. This isn't just about achieving specific goals. It's about becoming the kind of person who can achieve any goal. It's about developing the character, mindset, and habits that make success in any area inevitable. You see, there are 2 ways to approach personal development. The first is to focus only on achieving specific outcomes. The second is to focus on becoming a person of value, integrity, and capability, someone for whom those outcomes would be natural extensions. I recommend the second approach. When you focus on who you're becoming, the goals take care of themselves, and even more importantly, your satisfaction doesn't depend entirely on reaching specific milestones. It comes from knowing you're growing, evolving, and living according to your highest values. These 21 days are an investment in your character and capabilities. They're a declaration that you are taking control of your life's direction. They're a commitment to becoming more so that you can contribute more. Beyond the 21 days, creating a lifetime of growth. As we near the end of our time together, I want to address what happens after these 21 days. The danger of any structured program is thinking, once I complete this, I'm done. But personal development is never done. It's not a destination, it's a journey. It's not an event, it's a process. These 21 days are not the end, they're the beginning. They're a launch pad for a lifetime of growth. The habits and mindsets you develop during this time should become permanent fixtures in your life, evolving and expanding as you continue to grow. After these 21 days, I encourage you to celebrate your progress, acknowledge how far you've come, take pride in your commitment. Assess your new foundation, what's working well, what needs refinement, what's missing. Set new challenges, use your strengthened foundation to reach for even more meaningful goals. Share your journey, teach what you've learned to others. There's no better way to reinforce your own growth than to help someone else grow. Repeat the process. Consider doing another focused 21-day period in a different area of your life, or to take your current areas to an even higher level. Remember, success is not a matter of chance. It's a matter of choice. It's not something you wait for, it's something you work for. And it's available to anyone willing to pay the price of discipline, consistency, and continuous improvement. The call to action, your life begins today. So here we are at the point of decision. Will these ideas remain just that, ideas? Or will they become actions that change your life? The gap between knowing and doing is wider than the gap between ignorance and knowledge. Many people know what to do, but never do what they know. Will you be different? I challenge you today to commit fully to these 21 days. Not half-heartedly. Not I'll try, but with absolute, unwavering commitment. Print out this plan. Schedule every day in your calendar. Tell people what you're doing. Eliminate potential excuses in advance. Set up your environment for success. Do whatever it takes to ensure that 21 days from now, you can look back with pride rather than regret. You have within you right now everything you need to succeed. You have the intelligence. You have the determination. You have the capacity to learn, grow, and change. What you may have lacked until now is a clear path forward and the commitment to walk that path regardless of obstacles or distractions. Today you have both. 21 days. Just 21 days that could completely transform your life. Days will pass anyway. Time will move forward whether you act or not. 3 weeks from now, you'll be 3 weeks older. The only question is, will you also be better, stronger, closer to your dreams? The choice is yours. It always has been, but perhaps today, right now, you can see that choice with greater clarity than ever before. Choose wisely. Choose growth. Choose the extraordinary life that awaits you on the other side of these 21 days. Your new life is waiting. It begins today. The philosophy of continuous improvement. As we draw our time together to a close, let me share one more thought that I hope will guide you not just through these 21 days, but throughout your life journey. Success is not a destination you reach once and then stop. It's a state of continuous growth and improvement. The moment you stop growing, you start dying. There is no maintaining. There is only advancing or retreating. This philosophy of continuous improvement, what the Japanese call kaizen, should become your way of life. Every day, in every area, ask yourself, how can I make this a little better today? How can I improve by just 1%? These small improvements may seem insignificant in the moment. A slightly better conversation, a slightly more focused work session, a slightly healthier meal choice. But remember the compound effect we discussed. These tiny improvements, consistently applied, create massive transformation over time. And here's the beautiful part. This approach removes the pressure of perfection. You don't need to make quantum leaps every day. You don't need to transform overnight. You just need to get a little better, a little wiser, a little stronger each day. Can you do that? Of course you can. Anyone can improve by 1%. And if you can improve by 1%, you can transform your life through the power of consistency and time. The ultimate success formula. Let me leave you with what I call the ultimate success formula, a simple approach that has guided countless individuals from mediocrity to excellence. Decide what you want. Be specific. Be clear. Be courageous in your aspirations. Take massive action. Not just action, massive action. Do more than others expect. Do more than you think possible. Notice what's working and what's not. Be honest in your assessment. No excuses, no rationalizations. Change your approach until you achieve what you want. Be flexible in your methods, but fixed in your aim. This formula works for any goal in any area of life. It works for the 21-day plan we've discussed, and it works for lifetime achievements. Apply it consistently, and failure becomes nearly impossible. You may not succeed on your first attempt or your 5th or your 20th, but if you keep adjusting your approach based on results, success eventually becomes inevitable. And isn't that a powerful thought? That success in any area that matters to you is ultimately within your control. Not because you can control all circumstances you can't, but because you can always control your responses, your decisions, your adjustments. The legacy question. As we conclude, I want to ask you something important. What do you want your life to stand for? When your time on this earth is complete, what legacy do you want to leave? These aren't just philosophical questions. They're practical ones. Because your answers should inform every decision you make during these 21 days and beyond. You see, success without significance is ultimately empty. Achievement without purpose is hollow. The greatest fulfillment comes not just from what you acquire or accomplish, but from who you become and what you contribute. So as you implement this 21-day plan, keep your legacy in mind. Let it guide your choices. Let it inform your priorities. Let it inspire your daily disciplines. Remember, you're not just building a better life for yourself, though that's certainly part of it. You're also creating ripples of influence that extend far beyond you. Every person you inspire, every life you touch, every contribution you make, these become your true legacy. And it all starts with these 21 days. 21 days that can set in motion forces that will not only transform your life, but potentially the lives of countless others. The final word, your time is now. My friends, we've covered a lot of ground together. We've explored mindset transformation, goal setting, daily disciplines, environmental design, and accountability systems. We've discussed the compound effect, the enemies of success, and the philosophy of continuous improvement. But knowledge without action is merely philosophy, and while philosophy has its place, it's action that changes lives. So let me ask you directly, will you commit to these 21 days? Will you make the decision, the real decision, to transform your life starting right now? Not tomorrow, not when conditions are perfect, not when you feel more ready. Now, because here's the truth, there will never be a perfect time. There will always be challenges, distractions, and reasons to delay. But there will also never be a better time than right now to begin the journey toward your best self and your best life. 21 days, just 21 days of focused, consistent effort. That's all I'm asking of you. 21 days to set patterns that could serve you for a lifetime. 21 days to begin a transformation that could change everything. Will you give yourself this gift? Will you make this commitment to yourself? Will you truly decide that the time for mediocrity is over and the time for growth has come? The choice is yours. It always has been and always will be. But perhaps today you can make that choice with greater clarity, greater purpose, and greater commitment than ever before. Your 21-day journey to transformation begins now. Not tomorrow, not someday. Now, take the first step, then the second, then the third. Before you know it, you'll look back from a place you once only dreamed of reaching, amazed at how far you've come, and excited about how far you can still go. Remember, the journey of 1,000 miles begins with a single step. And the journey to an extraordinary life begins with a single day. Today. Now. I believe in you. Now it's time for you to believe in yourself and take action. Your new life is waiting. The rest is up to you.